Chapter 5, Sim Salabim. Trixie arrived at Town Hall to see a group of ponies running away in mass hysteria. Despite the situation, she couldn't help but wonder if the constant running from danger wasn't the reason most of Ponyville being in great shape. Raindrops came landing beside the representative. What's the situation? Not sure yet. Hiya, sis. Hiya, Miss Trixie. The two mares see snails on top of a house side of spire. Look at my new friend. Huh, Trixie commented. How do we miss that? Raindrops, however, while not scared of the sight, did not look pleased. She flew up to have a word with her brother. Snails, what did Mom, Dad, and the mayor tell you about no longer bringing creatures bigger than you are to town? But he came into town all on his own, Snails argued. Does this mean I could keep him? No, but it does mean that you should leave him out of town before some pony calls the royal guard about it. Snails let out a sigh of disappointment. Even the spire seemed sad. Okay, sis. Come on, Webley. Time to go. As the spire started to leave town, Raindrops returned to the ground beside Trixie. You know, your brother said you're going to become a renowned bug expert, or take over the world with his insect army someday, right? And I, for one, would welcome our new overlord. Raindrops turned to face the new representative. So any idea what's going on? Because between that spire and the bullfrogs causing trouble near the weather station, this is really starting to become a weird day, even by Ponyville standards. Trixie raised an eyebrow. Bullfrogs. Everfree bullfrogs. Raindrops clarified. They're about the size of actual bulls, and even have horns to match. Sounds like trouble, Raindrops tried. It was more morally conflicting than anything. Come on, Rainbow Dash. I don't want to hear it! The Rainbow Maiden Pegasus snapped. You and your friends are always the ones saving the day, and I'm sick of it. Now it's my turn, so don't get involved. But that's in order! At that, Raindrops had no choice but to stand by as Rainbow Dash flew out to face the bullfrogs. The Letterman editor only realized it was too late when she had underestimated a few things about the creature. Like their size, and strength, and numbers, and ability to perform a noogie. Especially after watching the spectacle unfolding, Raindrops turned to a co-worker. So, what do you think is more likely to land me disciplinary action? Disobeying a superior, or letting her be beaten to a pulp? When they started using her as a trampoline, I had no choice but to intervene, Raindrops explained, as he still claims he had to on the ropes. Trixie couldn't help but roll her eyes. Alright, Raindrops, let's get the team together and meet at the lake. I have a feeling things are going to get weirder before they get better. You okay, Miss? Red Gala, who had been dragging Constance Manticore out of town, stopped to face post-haste. Yep. What are you doing with that Manticore? Found it. What happened to it? The male pony asked. Natural causes. Are those hoof marks on his face? Pure coincidence. Post-haste took a moment to weigh up his options in this conversation. Well, you have a nice day. You too. Red Gal was about to continue dragging the creature, but paused when she felt something on her head. She looked up and noticed she was now wearing a fancy wide-brimmed hat. She let out a frustrated groan. Rare day, the red mare said to Grit Chief. What? The fashionista asked in fake incidents. Is it wrong to offer a friend some money in sun protection? The red mare simply dared disbelief. They're not that you mention it. By pure coincidence, happen to have some outfits in my workshop that would go brilliantly with that hat, Rarity explained. If you could just come by to my boutique for a couple of hours, I'm sure I can. Whoa, nice Manticore. Any further conversation was interrupted by the original rival of Ponyville's resident DJ. Think I can use it for my next show? Vital! Rarity jumped back in fright. What are you doing here? Just picked up my new rig from the train station, Final Scratch replied, pointing to a nearby wagon. Just taking it back to the studio. The DJ didn't notice how tense the fashionista was acting. Oh, come on. You still not mad about what happened to that gig, are you? Of course not. Holding on to petty grievances is beneath me, Rarity responded. I just appreciate it if you respected the 10-step distance we agreed on. Though her sunglasses weren't away, it was pretty obvious that Vinyl was rolling her eyes. She was about to reply when something caught her attention. Whoa, neat-looking birds. Sitting in a nearby tree where what appeared to be a group of budgies with blood-red eyes staring down at the ponies. Budgies! Rarity shrieked, "The fair eyes!" Mildly perplexed as the dressmaker ran away. Wait, what sort of cheese? Interestingly enough, they look like parakeets and are quite adorable. The budgies then, in unison, let out a mind siren scream. Red Gala fell to the ground, placing her hose over her ears in the vain hope of alleviating the pain the sonic barrage was causing her. Violet, on the other hand, was not fazed by the assault, but seemed to narrow towards the birds. "Aw," she cooed, "do you want to play?" Under one of the many bridges of Ponyville's, three sirens were watching the surroundings. "Are you sure this is a good idea?" the yellow one asked. "Wow. You guys haven't popped up for almost 8 years, and now that you've had one cameo back in 7 Days to Sunny June, you are making up for lost time." "Oh, come on," the teal one shot back. "We're here, might as well get a meal out of it. Just look at those tasty ponies." "You look tasty," the random one agreed. "This can't be worse than that pony that thought we were kelp." The yellow eyes promptly smacked red eyes on the back of the head. "Kelp bees, you moron." "All right," teal eyes hesitated. "Besides me, 1, 2, 3. Whoa!" The sound was so loud the ridge itself started to shake. "Swim away!" As the siren swam away from Ponyville for dear life, Vinyl was busy showing off her new speaker set, which was currently flooding the town with her branded music. "Would you believe I had to get this rig custom made?" Vinyl shouted out. "Yep." Red Gala shouted back. Firelock and Luna were in an open field having a picnic. Having finished the sandwiches, they were enjoying the last of juice. "Look what Molly made for dessert!" Alula pulled out a packet of marshmallows. Any excitement Firehawk had was sidetracked when her nostrils flared up. "What's the smell?" The two fillies turned to the source of the smell and saw Timberwolf staring down at them. Tracy found cheerily at the teacher's house with Lyra. "Hey, we need to get the team together. Things are starting to get weird, even by Ponyville standards." "You're telling me," Shirley replied. "I was trying to get rid of the mockingbirds nesting on my roof." "Mockingbirds?" At that moment, a bird with Shirley's coloring landed on her mailbox. "And remember, class, it's all right to act perverted so long as you're subtle about it." The bird was then knocked off by a yellow and blue bird. "Rangers angry! Rangers smash!" The next thing Trixie knew, her avian doppelganger was perched on her hat. "The great and powerful Trixie demands your attention," the bird proclaimed proudly. "Your bourbon and your cream cheese appeal declares." "Please tell me you don't eat that," Lyra pleaded. "No," Trixie replied, "but it does sound tasty." The three mares then noticed an orange and yellow bird sprouted out in front of Charlie's door. "Hi!" the bird said cheerfully. "I'll get it top." Lyra tilted her head slightly. "I don't get it." A mid-green bird knocked it out of the way. "I'm Lyra. My two defining traits are what I do with my heart and what I do with my mare friend." A vein popped out of Lyra's forehead, but as she opened her mouth, she was stopped by Trixie. Yes, it's not a harp, we get it. The key to a good gag is to make sure it's not overused." "Hey, Trixie!" Windowpane called out. "A shipment of the special class came in early, so I can review your repair today." "That's great, Windowpane!" Trixie shouted back. "Punky is at residency, so he'll let you in." The two other mares rolled their eyes and gave each other a knowing look. "So, where's the one for Ditsy?" Trixie asked in attempts to get the conversation back on track. "Strangest thing happened," Charlie replied. "It went wild-eyed and suddenly half the community wanted to adopt it." "I'm trying not to break! I really am!" A Timberwolf howl pierced the air. "Timberwolf!" Charlie exclaimed. She ran to Drake's and howl, dragging along Trixie. "Oh, sure," Lyra responded. "Leave me with the Smarlex." Wait, are those mockingbirds insinuating that Carrot Top has no character? Trixie and Cheerily arrived to see Firelock and Lula roasting marshmallows over what seemed to be a campfire. "Are you two alright?" Teacher asked. "We thought we heard a Timberwolf." "Oh, there was one," Alola explained. Firelight took care of it. The two grown mares stared, taking a moment to complicate the implications of the statement out of the fire before them. How about you handle this one? Tracy suggested, seeing as he's your student. But you're the one that was teaching your magic, Cheerily replied. Alright, fine. Trixie replied, turned back to the voice. Make sure you put out the fire when you're done. Will do, Miss Trixie. The representative denotes Trixie glare at her. What? I take fire safety seriously. Trixie and Cheerily were arranged on the lake to see the rest of the elements waiting for him. I hope you two have an idea what's going on, Raindrop stated, because things have officially gotten beyond the point where you shrug your shoulders and say, that's Ponyville. Ponies do that? Lyra asked. Some do, Dizzy explained. In fact, it was the town's slogan for a while when the At Least We're Not the Trot campaign was scrutinized by the public. Focus! Now, we need to figure out what's going on and stop it before it escalates. Trixie stopped speaking as she felt a side of eyes on her. She turned around and saw a giant purple sea serpent with a fancily done mane staring down at her. The blue mare found herself only able to give the creature a nervous smile. Hi there. Oh, that's what I mean, the serpent replied. Just pony watching. The representative paused at that. Pony watching? Oh, yes, the serpent replied happily. You've been waiting a long time to do this, haven't you? Oh, damn straight. I don't see too many in the Everfree Forest, and you're just so cute. Lara scared down to Cheerily. Is it odd we're having a civil conversation with a giant sea serpent? I heard that. For your information, I am a river serpent. The creature clarified. Do you know how much that saltwater does to your mane? Listen, mister. Oh, I'm Stephen Ackler, magnificently enlightened, the sea serpent replied. But my friends call me Steven. Well, Steven. You mean we're friends? Steven squealed at that. Oh, delightful! Tracy just stared at the giant sea serpent for a moment. Yeah. So what exactly are you going to do here? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nice to meet someone from the Everfree Forest not trying to kill us. But why aren't you still in there? Stephen paused softly. You know, I'm not altogether sure. I was just in my favorite bend in the river, when suddenly I've just found the whole place irritating. Irritating? Raindrops repeated. You found the Everfree Forest irritating? Strange, I know. I mean, sure, some of the locals are a little rude. You don't have a lot of visitors, but the ambience is just so superb. Stevie scratched his head and contemplated. Now I think about it, I don't know why I suddenly found it irritating. It only took a moment for Trixie to come with an answer. Caleb. Stephen tilted his hand in confusion. I'm not familiar with that name. Is it short for anything? Yes, Trixie representative replied. It's short for Bucky Caleb's at it again. At that, Trixie stomped away, and since he got to work convincing Stephen to head back to the Everfree Forest. Listen, Stephen. You seem like a really nice river servant, but would you mind getting back to the Everfree Forest? Sure! I was just needing to get my nails upon this, Steve replied. It may just be my imagination, but I think some of the locals are scared of me. Trixie's friends caught up to her. Hold up, Raindrop said. You think Gil's behind this? We kick him out of town, and suddenly we're up to our eyeballs in Everfree creatures. Yeah, I think that's a logical exception. Wait, Chili here interjected. You're telling me that Gilb's controlling the creatures of the Everfree Forest? He's agitating the creatures of the Everfree Forest. They are just likely to hurt him as they are us, Trixie corrected. What's he doing at the magical equivalent of poking them with a sharp stick? You don't do that? Carrot Top asked in dismay. Apparently. Trixie didn't reply. She knows her friend stared at her. What? Voodoo is not an exact science. I can't guess all the tricks that he has at his disposal. But even I didn't think he would take it this far. What the hell would he be thinking, doing something like this? Charlie replied. That Ponyville's the nearest town to hit, Raindrops assumed. We made it so he couldn't pull stunts within the town, so he found another way to try to get what he wants. So how do we stop it? Dizzy asked. Trixie took in a deep breath. It was always going to come down to this, wasn't it? What was? Lyra asked. Instead of answering, Trixie yelled out, Piggy! At that moment, Ponyville's pink party pony popped out of seemingly nowhere.
Yes, Trixie? We have a Class 9 emergency on our hose, Trixie explained. As a representative, I am enacting Public Safety Protocol 87.
Pinky gave Trixie a salute.
Understood.
She then put on a hard hat with a bright flashing light. Evacuation plane! As Pinky started to bounce away, the other elements turned their attention to Trixie. So, you evacuate the tunnel, and then what? Carrot asked.
I'm going to find Caleb and accept his challenge.
No, Trixie, that's exactly what he wants.
Exactly. Once he knows I'll face him in a duel, he'll stop whatever he's doing, and this will be between him and me.
Come on, Rachel interjected. We don't play by that jerk's rules. Let's call in the guards, form a search party, and find a troublemaker.
And leave the residences homeless while monsters wreak havoc on the town, Trixie asked. Right now, we're holding our own, but as soon as an indication, things are escalating. How long before the Ursa Minor comes back? Or the Major? Or whatever Tartarus spawn creatures from that Forsaken Forest we haven't even met yet? Maybe we can find him. Maybe we can stop whatever he's doing before things go too far. But are any of you willing to gobble our home on this?
None of Trixie's friends had anything to say, but the silence spoke volumes. While he tearily stepped forward, placing a comforting hoof on Trixie's shoulder. It's your call, but know that we're here for you no matter what. Trixie placed a hoof in Cheerlead's gratitude.
Thanks.
Gil was singing patiently from his viewpoint on a nearby hill overlooking Pointville. Oh, come on, Gil groaned in frustration. What's it gonna take for some decent mess of studio? As they replied, glowing fireworks appeared in the sky.
I accept your challenge, Caleb. Meet me at the crossroads west of town.
That's what I was asking, Gil commented, but I'm not completing.